Hi, I'm Steve Mackay, and I've got my colleague
Steve Stain.
and we just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the thesis topic. It's a very challenging part of your master degree, but a critical part. So we really want you to succeed, and we want to try and give you some heads up to get moving ahead now. So please, if you can listen to the next few minutes, hopefully this will help you in your endeavors.
Brilliant, yeah. And so the master's thesis, you get different kinds. You get a research thesis and a coursework thesis. Now this is specifically a coursework thesis. And for that, we've got a certain procedure that we'd like to follow, which includes the selection, proposing of your thesis topics, and a few other aspects. So on that first bullet, Steve got a few ideas regarding that.
One of the things that you're going to hassle about is what sort of thesis topic should I select. Now, if you're working for a large oil and gas company or industrial company or mining company, you probably would have already come across topics which you can apply, and you've got a really good chance of getting it finished because you're going to get the blessing or the approval of your employer. So just a few thoughts on that, and Steve can probably disagree or agree with me, but essentially, if you say, I'm going to design a new plant control system using innovative technologies, that would be a master topic. On the other hand, if you say, well, look, I've got 4 strategies to tune my PID loop a bit better, no, that's not a thesis topic at all. So we've got a list on the slides here which we will highlight, but we're really looking for innovative work which constitutes something at the master level.
Brilliant, thank you, Steve. And on that, the supervision of your master's thesis is just as important. So part of our procedure is to appoint a supervisor 2 weeks prior to the creation or the initiation of your thesis. We will also prefer it to be an external supervisor. It could be an internal supervisor from EIT's perspective as well, but you're welcome to use a co-supervisor as well. If your employer is eager to jump in and help you out, that's great. We're open to co-supervisors as well, but we will appoint one to you. It's important to have regular meetings with your supervisor. Doing a master's thesis is not easy. It does take a lot of time, effort, and dedication, and having regular meetings with your supervisor every fortnight is important, as well as weekly meetings with your course coordinator.
So we're probably going to hassle you a little bit because one of the challenges is we're sort of expecting you to put about 15 hours or more in every week. Now, the first thing is when you get a thesis, you say, oh, look, I'll think about that and get onto it next week. So we're going to hassle you with someone contacting you every week to help you, see how you're going, see whether you need any help or resources, because we really want to try and get you through. And Steve will run through the timeline with you. Again, it's on the slides, but he can probably give you a quick rundown on that.
Yeah, great. So you essentially work on your initial research within 4 to 6 weeks. You provide us with that proposal, very important. You also get time to start implementing and working on your project and creating rough drafts. So that's a few weeks after that initial proposal takes place. And then you get time for your supervisor to review it closer towards the end of your thesis project, and then you've got some time for corrections, and then the final assessment or examination will take place. So that's roughly 24 weeks that you'll be spending on your thesis overall.
Now, don't think it's a sudden big bang, I fail my thesis because some examiner gives me hell. It'll be a gradual process over the week. So it's not going to be a sudden big bang, you fail. It's going to be a gradual help, and we're going to work with you through your thesis. Obviously, we're not going to write your thesis for you, but we're going to actually give you guidance to make sure you get it up to the right standard, and it is something of enormous value to you, the engineering community.
So the structure of a thesis, well, you've got the proposal that's submitted initially, very important, and it's on the slides there, where you have an introduction, background, methodology, the time frame and work schedule that you plan, as well as your personnel and facilities, etc. that you will be using, and the budget. Very important for your proposal. But even more so, that feeds into your thesis document, which is overall about 15,000 plus words, more or less, and about 40 references. And the structure of the thesis, also very important. Steve?
I mean, we've got the structure on a PowerPoint slide, so I'm not going to go into it in great detail, but essentially You have an introduction, then you have a lit review, which means you survey the whole area. That's really good practice. Has anything else been done like this? Am I reinventing the wheel? Or are there great new sources of advice which I can apply in my thesis? And then obviously design, implementation, results, conclusion, putting it all together. And obviously appendices and bibliography, summary of all the references. Steve will probably add a bit to what we've decided here, but we're really going to focus on one form of referencing. We're going to use the Harvard referencing style. We could have used a few others, but we're going to insist on that. That seems to be the general practice. You'll find it extremely easy to put the Harvard referencing together. There's plenty of information. We've got sources where you can get the information, but it's a standardized way of identifying what's going on.
Brilliant.
So in conclusion,
well, the examination takes place 2 weeks prior to the final examination date. You'll have an examiner allocated to you. It's going to be an internal or external examiner, and your supervisor will also get opportunity to provide you with some information and grade for that specific thesis. The thesis would also be published within EIT's website and some of our other publishing sources. So you're welcome to let us know that you would like it to be published in certain journals as well as articles of, in your field or country. However, if you do not wish your thesis to be published, if it contains sensitive material or work-related matter, please inform us in writing. Thank you very much.
yep, so all the best, and we're here to help you. We really want you to be successful. This is a great part of your master degree, and it is of enormous benefit to the engineering community and to your career. Thanks very much. All from me, Steve Mackay.
All for me. Thank you and good luck.
Thanks.